afternoon, good night, and good morning. I have not said that in a long time. Welcome to another episode of Millionaire M.A.N Cave. You ever just had your phone in your hand and you just like don't know what to do with it? I don't know if I should put it on the table, if I should stick it in my pocket or whatever. Anywho, that was off on a tangent. I just had my phone in my pocket, just didn't know what the heck I wanted to do with it. Welcome to another episode of Millionaire M.A.N Cave. I am tongue twisted tonight, so please do not mind me. We had a heck of a deep live show last week. This show, we're gonna lighten it back up a little bit, but we're gonna have some fun because we're back to question of the week and we back to all that good stuff. As usual, we got the usual suspects in the building. I'm your boy Ty. I never introduced myself. I realized that on an episode of Millionaire M.A.N Cave I rewatched. I was like, I never introduced myself, and I don't know if our listeners and watchers know who I am.
Okay.
Who are you? And as always, my brother from another mother is in the building with us, my man Mike.
What's up? What's up?
With the department store divider in the back. I don't know if somebody getting dressed on the other side of that divider or you trying to hide something back there, brother.
I got a whole bunch of stockings back there.
I got the stripper pole on the other side.
Hey, I don't know what's going on in you and your wife's house, but whatever you do, so long as you happy, brother. So long as you happy. As always, we usually are in his man cave, but we refuse to go back until he takes that crap down of the Raiders in the background. And so we are boycotting Black's man cave until that happens. But he is in the building as always, in that man cave.
What's up?
Y'all might have even asked, why do we have these colors on our cup? It's probably because Black is the one who chose it.
Hey, don't you feel like a real man now? Just drinking
No, sir.
Black and
No,
silver?
sir.
Yeah, you do.
And burgundy and gold.
Hey, y'all know I changed my background in a heartbeat. I switched to another man cave real quick and put that red skin up on you. Hey, quick question though.
What's the question?
This ain't hopefully it's quicker than what I'm thinking. Mike, especially you. Y'all know it's a lot of in the times that we're I hate saying the times that we're in. We had this whole conversation last week, but with everything going on with the race and stuff like that, y'all know some racist NBA and NFL owners out there, and owners who really ain't doing right by their players, and teams who have what people consider racist names. Mike, I know a lot of people who've given up being a Redskins fan, bro.
Yeah, I've heard.
What's your thoughts? You sticking with them or?
Okay, so my thing is, and this is just my 2 cents on the whole Redskins name.
Mm-hmm.
They've been bringing this up for as long as I can remember. This has been going on for decades.
Right.
For some reason, it got a lot of heat and speed a couple years ago, but this has been going on forever. And my thing is, there are a lot more, or there are too many Native Americans who like the name, not even okay with it, but actually like the name.
Right.
For me to say, yeah, you need to change that name.
Gotcha. Okay. I don't even know nothing about y'all's organization, Black.
What are those stats at that say Native Americans or
being from the area, because obviously I'm a Redskins fan too. So being from the area, keeping up with the team, and you can say it could have been the PR stunt, whatever. But there have been Native Americans who have literally come out. They've been on the news. They've been out and so forth and said, "Yo, we don't have a problem with the name Redskins as this team." So I don't know if there are specific stats, like they went out and interviewed every Native American or not. But I know there have literally been people on the news, and so forth that have actually come out and spoke against them changing the name, them being a Native American themselves.
Correct.
And I'm talking about older. I ain't talking about new generation Native Americans who, you don't know what they are. But I'm talking about old school Native Americans, you know, who still live on, you know, the reservations and so forth in parts of, you know, because up and down the East Coast, they have a bunch of different reservations. And out in the West, too.
Yep.
So.
You know what? Here's another thing, man. I don't know, man. I don't want to jump on the wrong topic, man, but just the thought of you saying the ones from the reservation, man, and when we say that and it rolls off our tongue, so I'm not talking to you specifically, but I'm talking about when we talk about these days in the state of America, a lot of our white counterparts have no idea that they're being racist or where it comes from. Because for the mere fact that we have a race of people who were robbed of their land, killed, and then given a reservation to live on.
Mm-hmm.
And we just think, oh, that's the way it is. It's like it rolls off of our tongue so easy, man. And that is a huge part of what's going on today. I just had to say that, man. So, I mean, just think about it. People, they try to look for an idea like, now we're seeing a lot of people are seeing what's going on, not from their perspective, but from our perspective. And we got a lot of eyes on that. And people, I'm not saying they do, but I think they're trying to. And we need to recognize and show those examples every time we can, because they don't see it sometimes. It's like, hey, man, your house just as good as mine. Your car, man, you got 4 cars. You graduated. Nobody in our family graduated. So they see that as, what's the problem? I mean, I don't understand what you're complaining about. Look at you, or, what I'm saying? But I just wanted to make people, whenever I do hear those examples of what's the problem is, I like to bring them out. So on record, I just want to say that it's a problem why all Native Americans live on reservations and their numbers have drastically diminished since certain people got to this land.
Agreed.
That's
So
right.
with all that said,
Yeah.
does that mean you don't like the name Redskins?
Hey, man. I don't care, man. It don't matter to me, man. If it's insensitive to certain people, if it offends them, yeah, I'm against it.
Okay.
So even if it defends, and I'm not, debating what you're saying. That's how you feel. That's how you feel. But even if even if only a portion of them are offended, in comparison to the masses.
Well, I mean, it's like a portion of people who don't believe in saying the N-word.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm asking though. You said if it offends them, then you kind of, that's how you feel about it. So I'm just saying, even if it's a portion. So regardless of how big, the portion is, if it offends some, you say get rid of it.
I mean, yeah.
Change. Everybody's going to be offended about something.
Change. I mean, you're right with that, Mike. You're right with that. But, I mean, I like to hear.
Because I don't know the stats. I don't know if it's all of Native Americans or a portion of them or, some of them. I do know there has been some that's come out and said, we good with it. So that's why I say, I'm not, I don't know the whatever it is anyway. So
I mean, what y'all should do, man, y'all should get a regular name like the Raiders. We have a bipartisan, just an equal opportunity logo, man. We don't give a damn who you are. We Raiders. We come to your home field and we take and we take and we take. That's what we do, man. We don't care what color you are. We don't care where you live. We don't care how many of y'all live. We Raiders, and that's what a Raider is. We take things, man. So
take L's.
But thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. They was on Hard Knocks this year and still took it. They took an L on Hard Knocks.
Hey, look, man, we won the winningest organization in NFL, man. In history. In history.
Hey, Mike, you know what black sound like now?
Who?
A Cowboys fan.
Yep.
Exactly.
Hey,
we won 6 Super Bowls. When was the last time you won a Super Bowl, sir?
You ain't never won those 6 Super Bowls.
I'm just talking about, that's what Cowboy, they claim they got 5, they got 6, but they can't say when the last time they won a daggone Super Bowl. And you saying we the most winningest franchise in the NFL. When was the last time y'all won a game?
What? Hold up, man. You about to get cut off, man. A game? Let's say Super Bowl.
A winning season.
Man.
Hey, I said what I said.
Hey, look, I think we beat y'all ass.
Uh-oh.
I gotta go look that up.
I do believe the last time the Raiders played the Redskins got really red because we whooped that ass.
Okay. I had to look that up.
Go look it up, write it down, take a picture, do a research paper, get a thesis, a doctoral. I don't care. It's there.
Sir, dang it, y'all can't see it. Dang it, y'all can't see it.
Hey, man, just tell us what it say, man.
Tag on green screen. This says the Redskins and the Raiders last played September 24th of 2017. In that game, the score, we was tied record-wise. We was both 2-1.
Man, let's get to the answer, man.
We was both 2-1, and y'all left with another L. 10-27.
What was the score?
10-27.
I don't believe that.
Hey, look it up.
You probably on Fox.
I'm on Yahoo Sports.
They owned by Fox.
Fake news, huh, Black?
Fake news, man.
Hey,
I don't know. Man, it probably could. Hey, look, we had some hard times, man, over the last few years.
Hey, we have to. I can't knock you too hard because we have to.
Hey, but we still in it, man. We still in it.
But this is the thing, Mike. We can admit it. Cowboys fans, Raiders fans, Eagles fans, they get so delusional. They don't remember when the last time they won or lost a daggone game or a daggone playoff game.
Fans are real. If you got a real Raiders fan, we know we've been sucking for the last 10 years. We know we've been messed up since 2002. Since that's the last time we won the championship. I mean, was significant in the AFC championship. So
gotcha.
We know that we just diehard fans, man. We just ride or die, man.
So last quick question before we get into our question of the week. If they decide, do y'all think it's going to be a difference in the game, the way the game is played overall with fans not in the stands this year?
No.
Because to me, like for instance, I can only watch a baseball game on TV. I can't watch a baseball game in person because it's boring as hell to me. So I can't watch I don't know if I can watch a football game in silence other than the commentators. You think it's going to affect the season? How you look at the season this year with no fans in the stand?
Well, Ty, put it like this: when you said that in silence, I played football, I coached football, and 99% of football games that I watched were in silence, and that was in film study because you ain't looking for sound, you looking for action. And that's
you studying the game.
I still watch football from a coach's perspective.
Okay.
And so I'm still looking at. I can see what a tackle is he is doing. I see if the linebacker is dropping or attacking. I see all that at the same time, you know. So for me, no, I thought you were going with. I thought you were going with not being able to go to the game, and I was kind of ticked off because I'd already bought tickets.
Hey, we'll see what happens. Mike, what you think? Is it going to affect you? Is it going to affect you watching the games with not having people in the stands?
Nah, that won't affect me at all. It'll just cut out the background noise. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but you know what? They might get slick and throw in crowd noise because they know that.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, man, I messed around and turned my TV on the day while I was working, and I seen soccer in Germany. And it was an empty stadium, and it was horrible.
Right. That's my point.
Now,
it's not that the game going to suck. But sometimes it's that atmosphere that you just be like, you know, Mike says background noise, but sometimes the atmospheric background noise makes the situation what it is.
Because check this out, I ain't gonna lie. When you watch games on Fox Sports, they be live. Them games be live. You go to CBS, they dead in the crowd.
Garbage.
Man, it sucks, man. I don't like these stations.
Exactly.
Monday Night Football, they put it all in there. They let everything go, baby. You hear it. You hear the crowd. You hear cuss words.
You be in it. I told you that the crowd and the atmospheric noise makes the game. Don't get me wrong. The players on the field make the game, but that atmospheric background, you're like, yo, you into it, dog. I mean, that's just me.
But look, while you messing around, doesn't that take away home field advantage? Because part of that home field advantage is the crowd noise.
Absolutely. That's true. Home field advantage is real, man. That is something that's real. Man, I'm telling you right now, man, when I was in high school, you know, we was like the number 2 team in the state. And my partner, they was number 1. So it was 2 black high schools that was number 1 and number 2 in the state at the same time, which was almost unheard of with all the schools in Alabama. And but man, I'm telling you what used to get me hyped, man. I have a partner. What's up, Bear? What up, dog? My partner, Bear, he played the tuba in the band in high school. And man, me and him was tight. And when we was feeling it, dog, you know, like we in trouble in the game, or I just didn't feel like we was hyped. Man, I had a little thing I did with my boy. You know, I'll pump that junk up like this, and he know, all right, let's get it. Bum, 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 bum. But he hit something, man. They got to come with something, man. And our whole team be like, oh, yeah. Oh, it's time. Oh, let's go. Let's go. And then we just smash.
Okay.
Crowd noise and that support is real, man.
It is, yeah. Most definitely. Most definitely. All right, fellas. Let's get it. Go ahead and get into our question of the week. For those who don't know, on Millionaire M.A.N Cave, one of our segments is question of the week. And this has actually become to be a very popular segment. Other shows I've seen have tried to copy, and others have even spun off of question of the week. But this is our question of the week, where you, our viewers, and our listeners get an opportunity to ask us, the panel of Millionaire M.A.N Cave, and sometimes we even have guests come on, and we get to answer your question live, raw, and uncut.
Okay.
So if you have a question that you want to submit to us fellas here at Millionaire M.A.N Cave, and you are not afraid to get the real, raw, and uncut, truth answered about your question from the mind of a man, submit your question to info@re-tv.net. Again, that's info@re-tv.net. I believe my man Black has put it on the screen.
Back on my job, man. I'm back on my job, man.
Sometimes he got the remote, sometimes he don't. Sometimes he got the keyboard, sometimes he don't. We don't know. Sometimes he got the background vocals or background what's the names, and sometimes he don't. We don't know what goes on with Black sometimes.
Hey, man.
We appreciate him for all that he does.
Unpredictable, man.
But if you got a question that you want us to answer, we will be more than happy to answer your question and give you our opinion, our thoughts, and the facts from Millionaire M.A.N Cave, the mind of a man. Submit your video question, and we will get it on air and answer your stuff live. So with that being said, we have had a submission, and this is a very interesting question. And I say we get into the question. Oh, Black got the remote. You got the remote? See, sometimes he got it, sometimes he don't. Oh, there you go.
Ready? All right.
Gentlemen, my question for you all, because it's more than one of you, is do men ever hold one another accountable when you know that your friend, your cousin, your brother is misleading a woman? And I'm asking you all this because as a woman that has been misled before, I wonder about the accountability that men sometimes have around them. So that is my question. Do you all hold one another accountable?
I'm right. I'm here, man.
When you know that a friend is misleading a woman? And do you ever just consider that, what if that was someone that you loved? Hope you all can help with this question.
All right. So,
Okay.
interesting. That's a interesting question for multiple reasons. Because I can really relate that to holding each other accountable in general, just as men, holding each other accountable as brothers, holding each other accountable as a race, all that good stuff. That's just where my mind goes when I hear about holding each other accountable.
Wow.
But y'all heard the lady's question.
Yep.
Do we hold each other accountable if we know that our partner is doing the female wrong? Was part of her question. And the other part of her question, was do we even consider if it was a female we loved? Was her exact words.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I ain't gonna lie, because I don't think a lot of us, some of us do, some of us don't. But go ahead, Mike. What say you, sir?
I had to say I usually don't. I usually don't hold my brothers accountable when they are misleading a woman. One, because, I'll say number one and most important is I tend to stay out of people's business.
Okay.
If that's what you want to do, then that's what you do. As a man, maybe you'll do better one day, or maybe you'll treat that person better one day. But as a man, I feel like you've got to learn your lessons just like I've learned mine. But when she said, that think about if it was somebody you loved, or think about, if it was somebody
Hold on, Mike. We're going to get to that part second. Black,
okay.
What say you?
Okay.
I say I'm kind of with Mike. It ain't none of my business, because first of all, she's saying if he's doing misleading a woman. Now, when I hear the word misleading, how can a man mislead a woman? If he's not made a commitment to that woman, if he has not put some type of ring on that woman or gave that woman his last name, how he gonna mislead her? So it ain't none of my business.
Play both sides of that though. What if he did give or put a ring on it? What if they are married? At that point in time, I'm playing devil's advocate, or this is what women would say. At that point in time, yes, he is supposed to be the head of the household. He is supposed to lead his family, which includes her. So if he does something stupid, crazy, he out there doing wrong, he out there acting a fool, he may be misleading her.
But hold on. I think that goes with how we tabled Mike's second part about people.
Okay.
Now I do have a second part to what I'm saying. Now I'm talking about, all right, let me just clear this up. For all these relationships out here, okay, ladies, if you just got a boyfriend, ain't nothing moving, y'all say y'all with each other, and he does something out the line, that ain't none of my business. I don't even know if he want to be with you. He with you now, but that don't mean he gonna be with you forever.
Right.
I don't know that, so no, I ain't finna step in that man's business. He can do what he want to do.
And what you feel like is misleading, Black, what she feel like is misleading, he may be leading exactly where he want to lead.
Right. It could be what he didn't already establish. Now, I do understand there's women out here saying that we have said we want a monogamous relationship, but then he steps out and does something different. Hey, well, put it like this. The only monogamous relationship that I think is warranted and has consequences is when you go all the way in. And by our culture, that's marriage.
So everything's on the table until us as a man put a ring on it.
Hey, look here. There's a whole bunch of people thought we was together. And then they tried to figure out why my wife was her. Like, why she get it?
Right.
How did she get the ring? You know, what the hell going on? You know, so hey, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. For
So
me,
does that work both ways though?
of course. If you a
So
man,
she can do whatever she want until you put a ring on it. When you put a ring on it, all that got to go.
I'm not saying, yeah, of course, anybody can, but I don't want you to say, I don't want people to think I'm judging that or making us anything like that. People are free to do what they want to do. People, they're free to do what they want to do. Now, when you get a contract with somebody and you break that contract, that's what a separation gap occurs, and I think we need to address that. But if it ain't no contract, then how am I misleading you?
So answer me this, and I'm not going against nothing you just said, but this kind of, before I give my answer, because I was going to go into this with, say what?
You can go against me.
No. Well, the reason I say that is because I was going to go into this with my answer, but
Okay.
I want to hear what you got to say about it first.
All right, go ahead.
So let's say, because you said it's not misleading unless you in that contract, right? But let's say I come to y'all my boys, the two of y'all probably, out of any of the dudes that I hang with, probably know me the best. I come to y'all and I'm like, and I'm not married. And I'm like, yo, this chick is it. She is the one. Yo, I mean, like, I'm gonna marry this chick. I ain't told her this. I ain't committed to her this. I'm committing this to y'all. I say, yo, I'm gonna marry this chick. She XYZ, blah, 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 blah. That goes on for about 3-4 months. Month 4-5, I'm down. I'm now. I done brought another chick over to the crib. I done told y'all I done smashed off. Da 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 da. Although I have not proposed to the chick I told y'all was the one, I'm still out there doing my thing on the side, and I now bring another. Do y'all now say, yo, whatever happened to the chick that you just told us was the one?
I got something.
Go ahead, Black.
All right, look, check this out, man. The women in my family, on both sides, my family, my side, and my wife's side, when a young man brings a woman around, they instantly get attached. I don't bother to even ask her name. My brother, my flesh and blood brother, same mama, same daddy, same room, everything. Look, I don't get to know none of his girls he bring around.
Okay.
Not one. I don't even ask them their name. You know why?
Why?
Because you know it's gonna be another one.
It probably will. And guess what? I know him, and I know how he do. I'm not saying he no bad guy. That's not what I'm doing. But stop marrying everybody and with until my brother comes to me and say, "Hey, this is the one."
That's what I'm saying.
Now hold up. That's what I'm saying, Todd. Now when I'm using my own flesh.
Yeah.
When he comes to me and say, "Hey man, this the one, this it," and if I see him step out of that into something else, you know what? I'm gonna hold him accountable. Like, hey, yo, dog, I thought she was the one. I thought this other. What's up with that? And he said, "Oh man, I was just tripping." Okay, dog, do you think?
Okay.
You release me. Only time I can hold you accountable is when you give me permission to be accountable with you. If I don't have, see, first of all, if you start telling people what they need to do with their life and they ain't gave you permission to, you just a butthole.
Yeah, you're gonna lose them.
They ain't trying to hear nothing you say. But if you've asked me for my honest opinion and just say, "Hey man, I need your honest opinion. What you think about this? What you think about that?" And you ask me and I say, and I give it to you, and then you say, "Hey man, this is what I want." Ty, we talk about it all the time, man. It's like when you tell me you got something you want to do, and you tell me you gonna do it, it ain't got nothing to do with me. But guess what? You know I do. I remind you of it. I say, "Hey man, what's up with that? You told me that you was gonna do so and so. How's it coming? I know it ain't gonna happen immediately, but how is it coming?" That's what I mean by accountability. I've never made my way into a person's life until you allowed me to. And I'm gonna get on that allowance when we start talking about the close people in your net.
Okay. So just to piggyback off of that, I'm thinking to myself, if you come to me saying, yo, dog, I think she's the one. I think she's the one. I'm going to be like, okay, whatever. And then a couple months down the line, you smashing off a couple others. I might bring it up. I might say, but it's going to be in a joking way. It's going to be like, oh, whatever happened to old girl? And then it's up to you to be like, oh, well, I'm still thinking about that. Or for you to explain and hold yourself accountable to that. But I'm not going to step out there and be like, oh, wait a minute. You said that you was about so-and-so. Why are you doing all this and that? Not because people change their minds. He hadn't put that ring on there yet. He hasn't signed that contract yet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna hold you accountable, but it's a loose accountability, I'll say.
Gotcha.
Hey man, can I be real? Can I get real?
Yeah, go ahead. Of course. That's what this is, Man Cave.
And the truth is, man, and this is just the truth. Ladies, if you watching this, I'm just telling you the daggone truth. Mike said it earlier. What you think is disrespect, okay, it probably is disrespect in your eyes, but if your man, if he has the ability to step out there, all right, everybody finna get mad at me, so I'm just letting y'all know, okay? I don't need nobody to be like, oh, I'm so upset. I'm about to tell you about to be upset. I'm trying to upset you. For a lot of guys, just out there getting a piece ain't a big deal to him. As long as he know that, hey, look, I'm gonna take care of my home. All right, hey, look, 10 seconds, I can walk away from this in 10 seconds. You know what I'm saying?
I'm writing down another show topic. You just gave me another show topic. Go ahead, I'm listening.
That I am interested in is just my dumb head talking to me. And right now he winning.
Yeah.
Now, we got a whole different section because those are consequences that come with certain actions like that. But on the real, if you got a homeboy and both of y'all think like that, if he see you out messing with another chick, he know, look, you going home, you going to work, you ain't gonna miss, this ain't gonna mess nothing up for you as long as don't nobody find out. That's the game. That's the game. That's the game. Yeah. So that's why I said I wanted to be real, man. That's a real situation. It ain't just my daggone philosophy of how I look at it. I've seen this happen 1,000 times. You know what I'm saying? So I think men have a different perception of messing something up. A woman sees if you get out there and you trick off with somebody, it's over. That's the worst. He could just be irresponsible.
Right.
And that's what he's doing. He's being irresponsible to that commitment.
Mm.
And that's our time. We talked about another show where, when he can probably mess up, but he'll get back. When he know he messed up, he'll get back. And when he get back, if you open your arms to him when he get back, you got one for life.
You ain't got to ever worry about him again.
We never.
Gotta worry about him again.
That's my point. So hopefully y'all ain't too mad at me, people. But if you are, kill yourself.
So my response to that question is it is a little twofold, because I do feel like to a certain degree, what you do is on you. However, I'm not gonna let somebody do something that will harm himself. And it depends on what the type of relationship we have too. Depends on the type of relationship we have. If you somebody who I consider an acquaintance.
Hold up. Now, are you getting to the part where you told us a hoe?
I'm gonna get to that in a second. I'm gonna get to that.
Like you going to where my second part is.
All right, we're gonna get there in a second. Let me answer this question.
Go ahead.
If you are an acquaintance, somebody I know, I don't really fool with you like that, but we speak, we cool, this, that, and the third. and you tell me, oh man, I done smashed off, da. Good for you, bro. I ain't got nothing to do with what you're doing. But if you my boy, and I know that, you know, you've expressed certain things to me, and or I know that you are at a certain point in your life, and, you know, you just like, oh man, I'm like, bro, what are you doing, dog? You know, just because I do feel like there are certain times and certain things we should hold each other accountable on. And sometimes I think after you hit a certain age, it's like, bro, come on, dog. Like, you still doing the same like stuff we was doing. We was in our 20s, early 30s or whatever. Like, you know, like dog, this, you ain't caught nothing. Remember that time old girl burnt you? Like, you know, I'm remind you of stuff like that.
Okay. Got burst once, but that was only going to restart. To the Wu-Tang.
So, I mean, I'm gonna remind you. So I was thinking that there are times where it depends on the situation, where I may have to hold you accountable of what you are doing, just as a man. We have man law. Sometimes I gotta hold you accountable just as a man, whether you gave me permission or not, because I don't hang around just anybody who does anything, because that says a lot about me too.
There we go.
That says a lot about me too. So sometimes I gotta hold you accountable, whether or not you gave me permission or not. I may be like, oh, cool, that was cool this time. Oh, that was cool that time. Yeah, because I've done it before. And da. But dog, you know, you doing this on a regular basis, dog. You messing up every time we go out, and our girls are home girls, and you fooling with this girl, this, that, and the third. Dog, it's gonna make it seem like I'm aiding and abetting you every time we go out. You messing with, you know. So somebody see you, they think I'm with you. So every now and so I say it really depends on our relationship, for starters. It depends on, you know, it just depends on our relationship. And so the second part of that I wanted to get into, Mike, you already were starting to touch on, because that was the second part of the question. Second part of the question was, what if it was somebody you felt, you know, somebody you love? It was a female that you know you love.
So Ty, real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
The second part was a totally different question. I want them two separate situations. I don't think it's a second part, but it's two separate situations. That's how she presented. She presented one way for one set and then another way for another set. So go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm just saying that, you know, so the second set, you know, same is, you know, if it was somebody you love, somebody you necessarily, you know, your boy was dating your sister, or, you know, you find out he's screwing this girl while he dating your sister. You like, yo, do you now go to his chin because it's your sister or your cousin or you know, somebody, you know, one of your good homegirls that you done grew up with, in comparison to your daughter?
I still ain't going to his chin though, because I mean, even like, okay, say it's my sister, right? I still ain't going to his chin with it. I'm just going to be like, dog, you know what I'm saying? If you about her, you about it. If you not, let her know. You know, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
So is that considered holding him accountable?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Because it's your sister.
Right.
Okay.
So I do feel so I guess to answer the question, I do feel differently, and I would treat it differently if it was somebody I knew personally, somebody I love or whatever. I would approach that situation differently. I might be, whereas earlier I said it would be a loose accountability, I might hold the accountability a little tighter if it's somebody I knew personally and I love.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm gonna ride on what Mike just said. So, okay, we talking about immediate family. All right, first of all.
So immediate family versus a good homegirl, good, you know, you may know from back. So one of the two, you know.
Okay, put it like this. If I feel comfortable with you being around my kids, is that good enough?
Okay.
All right, if I feel comfortable with you being around my kids, and I don't have to be present all the time, then you close enough to me. So check this out. Here's what I'm saying. All right, so first of all, if you a woman and I know you, and you messing with a cat, and it's been a certain amount of time, and ain't no commitment been made that, you know, he's gonna marry you, yo, automatic. I'm talking to you about, hey, what's up with this? What you doing? What you waiting on? You waiting on him to break your heart? And so you can become a bitter woman? Why don't you go and complete this right now? Get rid of this dude. He ain't with it. If he ain't committed, he ain't with it. Now.
And this is your homeboy you talking about though. This is your boy.
But I'm talking to a loved one like a sister or a good friend.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Okay.
So I'm getting to her first.
Okay.
So my job is to tell her, you need to hold this cat accountable. It ain't no 15-year engagement. That's bull crap. All right.
Okay.
So I'm talking in her ear like, hey, whoa. Don't get taken advantage. You know the game. This is the game. Don't let the game take you. You play the game. So if that's the case, with the woman, I'm letting her know, hey, look, don't be the fool. Now, on that same script, because I got both of y'all come around my family, your significant other, your wife, or whatever it is, knows my wife. They talk without us being around. But you out here doing some stupid stuff, bro, you making me hot. And I ain't got to be. So I'm checking you right there. I'm checking you. Wait a minute. You and your wife come around my kids. But you out here doing this stupid stuff. Now I got to explain to my kids why y'all goddamn got to fight in the bathroom.
That's true. That happens to people.
No, I'm not doing that. Bro, you need to get your stuff straight. Because if we a crew, your wife know why my wife know you, I know your wife, we all probably got each other's cell phone numbers.
Right.
Now, when we start talking about something that close, you daggone right. And especially if he is the person where this is detrimental to him, like, if I see him like, man, I'm about to step out. Man, I ain't get home till 6 o'clock in the morning of the night. What? What are you talking about?
Or what if he hits you up, Black? What if he hits you up like, hey, Black, I need to come crash over your spot tonight. I need to come crash over your spot tonight because it's late. I ain't trying to go home this late.
Hey, oh yeah, come on, dog. I'm gonna get the bed ready for you. The truck bed. You can sleep in my truck bed. You ain't coming to my house. What? Kill yourself. You just prolonging the outcome. Go home. If you man enough to stay out till 6, 7 in the morning, go home at 6, 7 in the morning. That's all I'm saying. You can't hang with me if you scared to do that. Oh, I need to hang out here. No, for what? I don't know nobody like that. I don't mess with people like that. If you do it, you own up to it. And hey, if you can't handle the consequence, don't do it. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah, if you and my crew and you doing some messed up stuff that's detrimental and it ain't to what you say you want to do and what we stand for as a crew, and when you step outside of that and it's stupid, then yes, ladies, I am going all in on that person. I have done it before. I have done it several times, and I'm trying not to ever get it done to me. That's all I'm saying.
You know what I say though, honestly, and I just thought about this while you were talking, Black. To be completely honest and transparent to those who are asking this question or who want to answer this question, it depends on and I sort of touched on this a minute ago, but it also depends on your age.
Okay.
It depends on your age. And the reason I say that is because when I was younger, if one of y'all was like, yo, whether you was married or whether you had a girlfriend, you was like, yo, I'm smashing off da-da-da-da-da-da on the side. I'm giggling and laughing with you. Oh, for real? Oh, yeah. What was that like? Oh, man, don't get caught, man. You know, your wife was going, oh, your girl was going, oh, good thing y'all don't live together, or good thing, That's me at an earlier age.
Right.
Now that I've gotten older, not so much. I'm like, dog, like that ain't Like, that's not impressive to me, dog. Impress me by staying home. You know how hard it is to stay home? You know how easy it is to go out there in the streets? It's easier to go out there in the streets than it is to stay home.
We learning that whole how hard it is to stay home right now.
Exactly. COVID-19. But nah, it's easier to go on the streets than it is to stay home. So impress me by staying home. Like, when I get as I get older, certain stuff I'm like, eh. You know, in the Bible they say when you was a child, you played child. When when you grew up, you threw away childish things. I start to throw away childish things. That to me is childish.
Okay, I'm feeling.
Then David killed the dude that beat his wife down. Anyway, look, I'm like this. I'm not impressed with what I'm impressed me by saying, hey, tell your significant other that you out there. Tell them, let them know, hey, I'm out there. I'm getting it. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna bring it home. I'm interested in that story. I want to hear that. Man, how'd it go? Whoa. I mean, what'd you do? Did y'all come through the front door, or did y'all go around the back? Did you just like get home first, and then they pull up like in a delivery truck and was like, bring the doorbell? and you had a script. Everybody be like, ooh, you cute, girl. And she like, who you talking to? Me? Yeah, me. And then I need some water. Can I come in? And you like, ooh. You let y'all wear them shorts like that when y'all work? Tell me how you do that, bro. I need to know how you do that. You know, that's what I'm interested in. So, and if not, if you ain't got the guts to tell the truth and let them know, hey, look here, man. Especially our age. You know, man, come on, man. We ain't we ain't no young cats, man. I mean, as hard as I want to admit, man, I'm 47 years old, man. So I'm almost 50, man.
That's my point. So, like, but would your answer have been different when 20 years ago? When you was 25, 27, would your answer have been different?
Man, honestly, back in them days, I ain't had time to talk to nobody, man. I was like, man, I'm on it, man. Hey, we was probably with 5 or 6 of them at one time back then.
Even in the committed relationship, Mike, would your answer have been different 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago?
Yeah, it would have been, because I was, I guess what you're getting at is I was more immature then,
No, Mike, no, I had a conversation about that earlier. Stop.
Go ahead.
You're not immature. You are always as mature as you ever gonna be. Just because you out there expressing yourself and doing what you got don't mean you immature. Now, you probably had, during them days, now I'm gonna tell you like this. In my wildest days, no one would have said that I was immature. In my wildest days, even when I'm 18, 19 years old. Heck, put it like this. Okay, you can say, well, women, we had the same, women mature faster than men. No, y'all talking about relationship stuff. But guess what? At 17 years old, I was a class president, had $50,000 donated to our school in my name because of my academics and then my athletic ability. I'm mature. I'm very mature. Vice President, SGA, I'm very mature. But I had about 4 girlfriends at the same time. Oh, he's immature when it comes to women. No, I'm not. I'm not immature. That's just my nature.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. So we always, that's what I was telling you the other week. We're not immature. We just choose to focus on different things.
Okay, and I was going to say that. I'm glad you brought that up, because I was leading into that. My set of values has changed.
There you go. Okay. All right.
20 years ago, my set of values was a lot different.
Mm-hmm.
I was into getting as much as I could, or my friends get as much as they could, and I feel good for them. But now my set of values is different. It's like, I'm married and I want to be able to be the best man that I could be for my family. So that's
Right.
a totally different set of values.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I feel you on that.
Yeah, your
Okay.
maturity is where you come, the point to where you come to today. That's maturity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the maturity. The point to where you have come today. It ain't got nothing to do with that you inferior to another person or somebody.
I think to your point though, Black, I think a lot of people, and I know this is kind of off topic a little bit, but I think a lot of people use that word because they base it off of where they feel like they are mature that day, maturity wise.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So if I feel like I feel like I'm a little bit more mature than the area in which you are or have been, then I call you immature because I've already crossed that stage, that threshold, a few days ago, a few weeks ago, a few months ago, when I was a little less mature at that time. And,
Here's the thing. Here's why I say that. My grandmother, now, this is the honest truth. My grandmother was married when she was 13 years old. At that point, she was a mature woman.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
My daughter is about to be 13 in March. If a mother chicken came in here talking about marrying my daughter at 13, you know what type of consequence will happen. Now, check this out. Now, my grandmother was 13 when she got married. She had 4 kids. One of them kids was my mama. So was she mature? Yeah. Is my daughter mature? Probably not.
Based on your age and your
perception.
Right. And now her age group, she will say she's mature based on her age group. So based on you and your knowledge and your wisdom of 47 years, yes, she is very immature and not ready to be married.
Absolutely. But my grandma was.
Different times.
I think when we use that word especially, and I'm just talking between girls mature faster than men. I don't think God made it that way. I don't think he did it that way. I just don't believe he did it that way. All right. So what I believe is that if the word mature, we start talking anything else, we talk about maturity, we talk about plants. Is this plant mature? Is it mature? It's mature when it can bear fruit.
Mm.
Is a dog mature? Yep, when it can bear children or other dogs. So in that point, sometimes, hey, if when we have the ability to create, then we are mature in my sense of the word maturity. Now, but if you're talking about emotional maturity, it can be subjective. It's very subjective.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying? But if we talk about physical maturity, one physical maturity of all people, when nature says, girls gonna have your period, guys, you're gonna shoot sperm. Nature has determined your maturity.
Mm.
Birds and the bees from Black's mouth.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's what I see it, man. So,
I get what you're saying. So, before we jump off the topic and get into our man code, so to answer her question, I think, what's the consensus? So, are we holding each other accountable, and does it matter whether or not it's somebody we know that, a female we can consider a loved one?
All right, I'm gonna answer this from where I am right now today. If you in my life and you around my family, you daggone right. I'm gonna hold you accountable when I see you doing something detrimental to our crew, our clique, or what we gotta do. Either you got to go or we got to go. But somebody gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Hope we go together. So that's what I'm saying. At this point, yeah, for me, absolutely. If I see one of my homeboys out there doing something detrimental, that is to what he says he wants, because we want the same thing. And at this point, Ty, you said it. you know, usually you at this point in our life, you don't hang with people who don't have the same core values that you do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so if you know you got somebody trying to progress, if my goal is to be with my wife for the rest of my life, and I'm hanging around a dude or somebody that's doing something stupid, and they got a relationship and they about to ruin their shit or stuff. Sorry.
You got your one. That's one or two.
Cash job. I got the cash job. Cash job. We all trying to stop cussing, so I'm gonna stop cussing. So whenever you see somebody detrimental to doing that, then you got to check them.
Yeah.
Because when you accept that, you accept it in your life too. No matter what, because whether you wanted to or not, like, you know, like I don't know who said it was you. I don't know which one of y'all said it, but it's like if I hang around you and everybody know you cheating on your wife or significant other, you doing all this stupid stuff, and I'm still hanging with you, I'm guilty by association.
Association, exactly. Birds of a feather flock together is what they feel.
Yeah. So if I don't speak out against it, meaning speak to that person, then I'm with it.
Okay.
And if my significant other don't see me where I had a conversation, say, hey, look, that particular person ain't gonna be invited over here no more. You don't need no details. That's just it.
Right. Okay.
Because my job is to dry snitch on that other person about the stuff he doing. Because maybe I need to give that person and his significant other a chance to get that stuff together without my interference. You know, I'm not gonna tell my, well, you know, so and so, man, he out there tripping. He doing this. He out, man. Every time I go out, man, you know, he trying to do all this, trying to do this, trying to get me to do this, trying to get me. Come on, dog, kill yourself. You dry snitch.
So detrimental is the word. Basically, to me, detrimental is the word, and I take it as detrimental to our set of core values. So,
yes, sir.
You know, if you're doing something that is detrimental to staying married, if our core values are we want to be married for life, you know, till death do us part, then, you know, if you're doing something detrimental to that, I may, you know, have to hold you accountable to that, because it's as our crew, as Black said, it's our set of core values.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, fellas. So before we jump off for the night, let's talk about this man code right quick. Let's talk about this man code. Black, you drinking over there? What's in your cup? Let's talk about this man code.
Let me tell you something, man. It's summertime, man. It's getting there. We got about 2 weeks for it's officially summer on June 21st or 20th, somewhere around there, man. One of them days. But you know, man, people gonna start coming out, man. I'm telling them, and I'm telling, man, people gonna get out. And you know, I just believe every man speaks his own words, thinks his own thoughts, and does his own dues. Okay. Now, with that being said, man code. If you and your partner sharing a bottle, or whatever, it could be your bottle, but he over your house. Or you could be over his house. Pull your own troubles. That's a dude, down south, we say it all the time, man. I ain't finna pull your drink, pull your own troubles. Because all this stuff is, it ain't nothing but trouble, man. You pull your own troubles. I don't know how much you can take. Don't be saying, I kept pulling, so you kept drinking. Don't blame that on me. Pull your own troubles. And we'll get along just fine. Matter of fact, I don't even like bartenders to make my drinks. I would ask them, can I make my own drink? It's against the law.
I'm about to say it's against the law. I can't do that.
It's law. I will. Go ahead, and I don't want you pulling my stuff. I like to pull my own stuff. Let me just touch the bottle while you pull. You know? So that's where I am, man. So, man law. Pull your own trouble.
Pour your own troubles.
Pour your own trouble. My cup keep fading out. Pour your own troubles. So basically, if Y'all drinking, it's the bottle passed around. Don't ask me to pour your drink for you. You pour your own drink.
All right.
For those who don't know what pour your own troubles mean, as you said, it's a Southern term. And for people up north in the Midwest and in the West may not know that. Pour your own drink when the bottle's passed around. Don't ask somebody to do it for you.
And the same thing is this. I don't care how much you do. You if you want to do the whole thing by yourself, go ahead. I'm with you. You can have it. I ain't limiting you on what you get. However, you gonna have to pour it. I will not do it. I ain't gonna do it for you. I know how I get me. I know how I act when I get on.
Right.
All right.
I'm not gonna be the cause of you acting like me. I act like me because of me. Nobody else.
All right, so that was the timer. That was Man Cove. And that was another episode of Millionaire M.A.N Cave. You know, that's what it is. That's what it was. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Don't forget, ladies, if you got a question, we stayed actually on the question of the week this whole show. So if y'all got a question, shoot your question over info@re-tv.
Man, we didn't get no topic.
No. We're gonna save it for next time.
All right.
So we're gonna see y'all next week. Same time, same place.
This show, man.
Right here on RATV. My man
All right.
Black he was confused. He didn't even realize we didn't get to the topic.
We need a regulator.
Mount up.
We need an engineer, man.
Deuces, y'all.
Once you hire an engineer, man, stop being cheap.
Peace.